Assalamualaikum, my name is Marsya Nabilah. I'm from the EC2E and my ID is SEC20021735. So today I will be presenting about entertaining visitors in Iraq. So let's get into it. Firstly, the most common greetings is the handshake coupled with eye contact and a smile. So usually they greet people with Assalamualaikum, which is mean peace be with you, and the other person will say Waalaikumsalam, which is mean peace be unto you. So for good friends of the same sex, they may greet each other with the handshake and a kiss on the cheek, starting with the right cheek. Handshakes do not typically happen across genders, but if you happen to meet someone from the opposite sex, then it is wise for you to wait for them to offer their hand first before offering yours. If a handshake is not forthcoming, then a nod of your head and a small bow will be well received. Secondly, taboo manners in Iraq. First, you have to wash your hands before eating, then pass all the foods with your right hand. And the most important part is do not touch the food with your left hand unless you are using utensils. It is polite to accept everything offered, but if you do something, they may see it as token protest made out of politeness. Therefore, they insist you to receive what is given instead of accepting your refusal. Anyway, this can lead to an awkward situation for the non-Iraqis because it will make them feel like the offer is being forced upon them. You will likely to be served with second or even third servings. So it is best for you to serve yourself last initially so you have more room to eat more servings. If you honestly would not like any more food, the best way to refuse is put your hand over your heart and say thank you while saying you are full and the host provided greatly. Okay, next, let's get into business etiquette in Europe. Just like the other country, you should arrive punctually, but you may be excused for being late as the Iraqis has a looser sense of time and maybe let themselves. If you are in a meeting room, you have to greet the host of the meeting first. From there, you are expected to greet everyone individually, even if the group is large. You have to greet them in order from the oldest to the youngest, or from the left to the right. Okay, next is receiving business cards. You are only allowed to use right hand to receive the cards as the left hand is considered unclean. Do not put one's card away immediately, but regard it carefully first and place it before you until everyone is sitting. And do not write on the card unless you are told to do so. Okay, so for presenting your business cards, you can only use your right hand and make sure that the writing is facing to the other person. Do not tear out your card as if you're playing a game of cards, as that could be interpreted as rude. For example, you should give your card like this instead of like this. Okay, so now let's move on to do's and don'ts in Iraq. For do's, you have to show an Iraqi respect by dressing modestly and remaining sensitive and polite. However, it is okay for you to be informal and relaxed. Doing so is likely to make an Iraqi feel more well-received and more comfortable around you. You can expect an Iraqi to take your words literally, so try and be genuine and sincere when you speak. Last but not least for do's is try and be open and willing to talk about yourself, as the Iraqis generally appreciate when others are transparent and personable. Okay, so let's move on to do nots in Iraq. So first, do not say anything that could be taken as insulting and derogatory. Next, do not patronize and talk down to an Iraqi for having such a poor English. And please avoid telling crass or dirty jokes, because such humor is not appreciated in Iraq. Last but not least for do nots in Iraq is do not ever take any photos or videos of an Iraqi without permission, especially if they are a woman. Okay, that is all from me. Thank you.